Well, on my way up to the Hunt property, get some wood cut. Some summer projects done up there. It's me and Benny this weekend. I think we'll cut some trees, move the outhouse back. Maybe next weekend after that, we'll bring up the new track machines, auger a hole for a new spot for the outhouse. Do some ground leveling and stuff in the buckets. This weekend we'll just cut some trees, get some wood split, bring a load back. Maybe we'll go for a bike ride or something. We got the four-wheeler in the back of the truck there. Daryl's got the Jeeps up there, Samurai Jeeps. Benny will like that. He can just hang out in the back of the Jeep, having a nap in the back of the truck right now. Yeah. I'll take some more videos when I get up there. Show you all around. On the main highway now. The weather's not looking very good. Hopefully we get a good rain, maybe a thunderstorm tonight. It's always a nice first night at the camp when you get a good rain and a thunderstorm. The next morning is usually a nice sunny day, which is supposed to be sunny and nice tomorrow. Be good to get a lot of work done, as long as it's not too hot. Yeah, like I said, hopefully we get a good thunderstorm tonight. Put on the wood stove, watch a movie, make some food. It's Benny's first time up here at the hunting property. We've had Duke up here before. Just let him kind of sniff around and find his own boundaries. If he gets too far, I'll try and call him back. Here, Ben! Come on! As you can see, sometimes that doesn't work. Especially when it's their first time or they're excited to run around with all the open space. Or if a bird or rabbit runs by, it's almost impossible. Eventually I'll try to get a perimeter collar that they can learn their own boundaries and that way they know how far they're allowed to go. And once they can respect those boundaries, they can both come up here together and have fun running around. He seems to enjoy it. Yeah, Benny! Come on! As a bird dog, you can see they love the long grass. Just trying to stir something up. Good boy. Good boy. Had this property for many years now. Cut lots of trails, cleared lots of land. I got that track machine over there because some of the trails, they get full of snow. So it's a great thing to have in the wintertime. Saturday morning. It's going to be a nice day. Sun's shining. We'll probably go for a bike ride. Take the Jeep up the trail. Benny's out running around. Might get some wood cut today. This old shack started with just the 2 by 4 bunk beds. Now we got 3 by 4 bunk beds. Got a little piece here. We used to have a camper trailer on the back side. We added one piece, added another piece, built a few outbuildings, cut all that field by hand. This is the original camper that we tore off the backside of the camp.
So we found this fishing hole in early spring. We're gonna head back and see how it does. See if we can catch any fish. Then after, we're gonna head back to the regular fishing hole. It's actually a hidden lake. Beautiful. And the drive there is amazing.
I could get down and go up the other road. I don't know if I get back. Thanks about that. Huh? That's like a river. Of course, when we were here, it was all water. Oh, something's using over there. Steer tracker by the feet. Well, I'm trying it. Yeah, there might be nothing in it. I don't know. You're gonna know the first cast. Yeah. Right. Well, there's otters in here. There's an otter trap.
In the hundreds of trails that are up here, this is by far one of my favorite ones. The rock climbing as we navigate around the giant boulders and dive deep into the massive water holes. There's beautiful scenery all around us. It's like a forgotten forest where the fallen trees expose their massive tree roots. Wait until you see the tunnel of trees that we have to drive through. When the sun gleams through the trees just the right way, it's absolutely beautiful. And the lake at the end of the trail is absolutely breathtaking. Well, we fished for a while, enjoyed the view. Now it's time to head back to the camp.